at this point. So drop the price, bundle it. I mean, Firewall, the aim controller. I mean, ideally, Firewall should be not just a system seller, but a peripheral seller, and hopefully the aim controller will get some love.
Oh, thanks. How you doing, Louis?
So underutilized, it's crazy. And you know, like I said, you've said yourself in your own Firewall videos, like Firewall could and should be amazing, and a big push for more games with aim support.
Absolutely. I mean, there's no question about that, and it should be.
Oh, I heard a noise. There you are.
There we go.
All right.
Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Oh, they can't hear me? Did you select the party chat on the stream? I think you have to select that. You have to go out on your stream settings and select the party chat. Allow the party chat party. Not a problem.
Oh, wait. Just include microphone, audio, and broadcast. Share party audio. It's on.
That's interesting.
Video clips and broadcasts will include all audio from players in the party who allow their voices to be shared. Are you sure you're allowing yours to be shared?
Oh, yeah. I selected it on there. That's interesting. Let me double check on that. Let me see what's going on. Because I'm pretty sure I selected it.
I have it on mine. Mine's set to share too, so...
That's weird. That is strange, though. Hold on 1 second. Let me see over here.
Yeah, he's checking right now, Lewis.
I'll tell you right now if it works or not. I'm gonna double check that. I'm gonna check on my feed right now on the... Here, maybe you can say a few things. Let me just see if it works.
Sure, I'll ramble on.
Roy Schwartz.
I missed that last comment there, Lewis.
I have one of my subscribers here says, Roy Schwartz, he says he can hear us both. So he's got to be something on your end, but he definitely hears me on my stream.
Well, he can hear us both. Yeah, that's weird because I have it set. Hold on, let me just check again. Maybe I did screw something up. Okay, let's do this again. Broadcast settings, sharing broadcast settings. What am I doing wrong? Screenshot broadcast settings. Advanced settings. Audio sharing settings. Share party audio. I'm going to unselect it and I'm going to reselect it then, I guess.
Go ahead. Hey, Jamil Jackson, how you doing? This is a friend of mine from the VR Grid. He's dedicated for the VR, PlayStation VR, YouTube. And he does just the PlayStation VR YouTube videos. And he does a really good job on the reviews. He let you know what new type of PlayStation VR games there are out there. So I will leave the link down below. You guys can check him out.
Can you hear 4K?
Yeah. He can hear me, but his subscribers they're watching, they're having a hard time hearing me. I think it's probably something in the settings that he has to adjust. So
I'm told it's in your settings. There's a settings for you to share your broadcast. So even though they can hear both of us on your feed, they can only hear me on yours because of a setting in your settings. It's in the party chat settings.
That's strange. Because I definitely have it selected on mine to allow both parties to listen to it. Do they hear you now? Or why don't you try?
They can hear me, but they can't hear you. That's the problem.
Why don't you try and reset the stream? I think maybe after you reset it, it'll work.
Okay, we'll try that.
Yeah,
All right, guys. Sorry, I'll be right back with the stream. So whoever watches this video, don't watch this video. So I'll be right back.
That's what happens, man, with these streams. So yeah, just give us a second. We're gonna do this. You know, this is a live stream. These things do happen because that's the beauty of a live stream.
Yeah, right. Okay, include microphone, audio, and broadcasts. Okay, that's all set up.
No.
Go to audio sharing settings. Let's make sure that's it. Share party audio. It's there.
All right. Well, let's see if it works. Let's give it a try.
Start broadcasting.
All right. Here we go.
All right, round 2, guys. So I'm going to talk for 2 seconds. Hopefully you can hear me, and let me know if you can hear Mr. 4K. He's going to talk right now.
Hey guys, how you doing? It's me, Mr. 4K Upscaler. Some of you probably know me from the 4K televisions and 4K podcasts that I did. I mainly focus myself on the 4K television and 4K UHD Blu-ray movies. I do picture settings in the 4K televisions, and I do reviews of the 4K televisions as well. But from time to time, I do live streams on the games, and I also do a other electronics devices.
No,
such.
you're not coming through 4K. It's not working.
Oh, I'm so sorry. He didn't go through.
Damn.
I'm not sure. Do you want me to check mine really quick, or?
I mean, it is. I check yours one more time just to make sure. I mean, otherwise, I'll just have to just.
Let me see. Let me check. Party. Let me check my broadcast. Yeah. Everything here is pretty much selected from the share party audio to audio in broadcast. So, yeah. Did you go to the audio sharing settings? Go under the audio sharing settings and go to the share party audio. Let me see.
Party settings.
Let me see. Let me double check that really quick. Oh yeah. I got the invitation here. Let me see. Let me look at the options here, real. Let me see. All right, can you hear me now?
Lewis, I need you.
All right, I came back. I got everything selected though. Here I am. Are you here?
Did you change that setting in the party settings?
No, it's selected.
Was
It's on there.
It says that allow your voice to be shared. That says always allow.
Yeah, I selected always on with a check mark on there. Hold on. Are you still here in the lobby?
Well, it's not a check mark though. It's a different setting. Okay, did you like actually leave the PlayStation menu and go to?
Yeah, I did. Oh yeah, it's all here, man. Yeah, that's strange though. I have it right here. Yeah, allow your Allow your voice to be shared. It's right here. Always allow. It's right there. Right above the frame rate for share play. Okay, let's try it again. Let's see. Maybe now should be okay. Let's see.
I'm sick of this little troubleshooting thing now.
What about
he
now?
left the session.
Oh, let me come back again. Hold on.
Yeah, he just left the session, Lewis.
Hold on. Send me another invite so I can join in. It said, yeah, and then I'll join you. Yeah. You can hear me now? There you go. Finally. I know. It's always like that. Especially with PlayStation VR, you know, because it's, you know, you got the goggles on, you got the VR headsets, and you're trying to figure out, oh, here we go. There it is. Notification. All right. Here we go. All right, so now we're on. Here.
Yeah, as soon as you get here, we'll just start this bad boy up and get going. We're playing on medium. I figure medium we should be able to do all right.
Yeah, we should be okay.
We can always dumb it down.
We should be okay with the medium settings. I mean, I played this before I finished it. It took me about 8 hours, man. I died plenty of times, but I finally got good at it. Okay, here we go.
What's going on, Otaku? Just chilling, playing some classic Farpoint.
All right.
Yeah, I haven't played this. The last time I played this was, like I said, I played a couple matches when they announced that 1 versus 1 versus patch, but before that, like, I haven't played this like since the game came out.
Me too, man. It's been
to tell the story. Oh no, you go.
It's been a year since I played it. It's been about the same thing.
Oh, wow. Actually, what's funny about Farpoint is I got the game. I ordered it through Amazon, so I got the game a little bit early. So I decided to do a live stream, and because I did that live stream, I got a copyright strike.
No
against
kidding.
me from Sony, and so I panicked. I was still pretty early in my YouTube days, so I panicked and just erased the video, and then I got a hold of them. And I got a hold of Sony, and I was like, "Look, like I don't, you know, like I understand, like I'm the VR grid, like I'm technically like a you know, like a broadcasting, I don't know what you call it, but like a name broadcaster." I was like, "But I didn't pre-order your game. I got this thing in the mail, so it's not, you know, the strike shouldn't apply to me." And they're like, "Yeah, okay, fine, like whatever, but you know, you still have to follow embargo rules. We'll lift the strike." But because I erased the video, they couldn't lift the strike, so I was banned for 3 months from streaming.
Oh my god.
Which kind of started my whole written format here. Oh, there we go. Sorry.
The only thing that I got was the not suitable for the whole audience, and I said, well, I think it is suitable because I couldn't find anything unsuitable for the audience. And they reviewed it and they let it go.
Yeah, you're just killing bugs. That's
I
nothing.
mean, I said what I said to them, is Starship Troopers not suitable for the adult audience? I mean, come on. I mean, it is a mature game, so.
We have your position. Shuttle incoming. Make your way to the evac site.
Man's it been a while.
Oh my goodness. I forgot how do you turn. I totally forgot how to. Oh, you go like this and like that. I got you.
Well, I have it set for full motion, so I couldn't tell you.
I know. It's been a while,
this
man.
Feels so good.
I know. You guys got to try the aim controller, man. This is.
Hey, if you guys already own this game, maybe it's time to revisit this, because I kind of forgot how awesome this is.
And if the Firewall Zero is going to be anything like this, it's going to be great, man. In terms of control.
Oh, there's no reload, right? Just cooldown? Oh.
Yeah. This is a lot of fun, man. Oh my goodness. Oh shit.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to reassess this here. We're gonna get screwed.
Can I revive you?
Yeah, we get to use that scanner thing.
Oh shit. Guys, it's been a year. Can you believe this? It's been a year since I played this, man.
Man, that was
Dude.
awful. Hey, look at the menu here. Lewis, you bastard.
Pretty
Seraphim,
cool. Let me restart.
AWOL, Blasphemous God Cannon. God, you guys. Let's look at the charts here. I see a whole bunch of tubers on the charts.
Me too. Here
All
we
right.
go. All right.
Have your position. Shuttle incoming. Make your way to the
Shut up,
evac site.
Otaku. It's been a while, okay?
Yeah, it's been a year since I played this, bro. But it still feels great.
Yeah, let's just... I forget how to play. Like, I mean... Take cover. You should probably definitely try to stick together.
Oh. I now I know how to use a scanner, man.
I keep wanting to reload, too.
I know. I'll go on this way. I'll flank it from this side.
No, yeah, we forget the versus, because you haven't played versus before, right?
I know.
Yeah, the versus is wild, man.
Oh, it
I wish
is?
it was more than 1v1, but versus is wild.
Well, maybe they'll put the DLC. Maybe they'll expand it in the future.
I don't know, one of my E3 predictions was to actually have, you dead yet?
Yeah.
Here's my scanner.
They need to do a full-blown multiplayer, like 5-on-5 or something like that.
Come on. We
Thank
can do
you.
it. We can do it.
Come on. Thank you for reviving me, man.
Get out of here. Oh, I'm dead.
Where are you? Hold on. Hold on.
Right behind you, but get cover, man. Get cover.
Oh, shit.
All right, we may have to dumb this down here, boys and girls. I didn't watch us die in the same section every time.
We'll put it to the, like, easy or something.
Yeah, I think we're for the sake of the stream, we're gonna go on easy for now, boys. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm playing with aim. I'm assuming you're playing with aim, right? You
Yes,
gotta be
yes.
playing with aim, right?
I got the
Yeah,
aim
it was
controller.
asked.
But, man, I can't believe it's been a year since I played it, man. I haven't touched it. Since a
Yeah,
year.
it's tough. I mean, it's a single campaign, and like I say, at the time, it was just like
Yeah.
the co-op missions are fun, but I wish the co-op missions were the campaign.
Yeah.
So they're a cool add-on for sure, but they're it's the same mission over and over and over again.
Yeah.
So you don't really have that that drive to return isn't quite there. But the versus
Yeah, the versus mode, it's a lot of fun, man. And you know what? I only played it once. But and I don't know why I haven't. I know why I haven't touched it, because I was too busy playing Star Trek Bridge Commander, man. That's what happened. Because the Star Trek Bridge Commander came in June or July, or something like that, and I totally forgot about the Farpoint, man. And listen, Star
That's
Trek.
what happens.
Hey, Star Trek Bridge Commander, it's a lot of fun. It's a pretty cool social experience, man. And I
It's
always,
amazing.
I always sucked as a captain. I was like, all right, just full ahead, crash into that planet. That's it.
Well, the problem with the captain role, the captain role was really good when the game was first launched, but anyone playing that game now has kind of been playing for a while and knows the missions, so the captain really doesn't do anything. Like, he doesn't.
know.
The captain, if the captain wasn't there, every other position, like everyone knows the missions. Shields up, fire
Yeah.
your weapons, get the hell out of there. Like everyone kind of knows, which is. And yeah, same thing though. I was never a good captain.
Anyway,
Even when I
Andre.
was
Anyway, one of my subscribers, Andre Lazani, says hi. I said, welcome to
What's
the stream,
up,
Andre.
Andre?
This is the VR Grid. You should check out his channel. He's only focused on PlayStation VR, and that's why I'm joining. That's why I'm doing this, because I think PlayStation VR has a bright future, in my opinion. I know there's a lot of people out there still skeptical about PlayStation VR, but if you look at what's available right now on the market, I think PlayStation VR has a bright future.
Alright, you here with me? Grab some
Oh,
ammo
yeah.
here.
Let me grab some
Let's-
ammo.
How do I switch modes?
Thank you, Andre. He says respect.
Yeah, no, I mean, like I said, you say VR has a bright future, or PSVR has a bright future, and that's true enough. But PSVR is also awesome now. I mean, don't.
Oh, absolutely.
It sound like, yeah. It's just to be very clear. If anyone's on the fence, I know a lot of your fans aren't.
I know.
Like all VR guys. If you're watching and you've been on the fence, it's the way to go, man. Like this is a first-person shooter. This is kind of Halo in VR. It's not quite to that level, but when you're actually in the headset, when the world's around you, and you're looking down the sights of your gun, it's unparalleled. It's unparalleled, boys and girls.
Oh, absolutely, though. You know, I was skeptical too in the beginning. I had my doubts because the PC and the Oculus Rift kind of scared me away because of so many wires and whatnot. But once it's been 2 years now since I had my PlayStation VR, and I can tell you, rest easy, man. PlayStation VR is definitely a way to go.
Yeah, absolutely. And even then, like, you know, like, people, I remember when this first launched, everyone was like, oh, the wires, like, there's so many cables. I mean, there's a lot of cables. There's as much cables for this as there is for like a new console. But yeah, like, if that's your issue, that's a dumb issue to not get VR. Sorry,
absolutely.
That's a terrible, awful issue to not get VR. Because there's too many cables.
I mean, once you connect it, that's it. Yeah.
All you need is 2 power outlets. As long as you have 2 outlets on nearby, you're good to go. 2 power outlets, you're good.
And honestly, once you connect it, that's it. You're good to go. You're never gonna bother touching it again. Once you do that setup, you're good to go. Now, how do you feel about the Oculus Rift? Like, what are your thoughts on that? Like, I always wanted to ask you that.
Man, okay, I don't have. I've played on all the systems, but I haven't actually. I'm gonna get a Rift. If I get a VR PC headset, it's gonna be a Rift.
Yeah.
Both of them, like both the Rift and Vive, are great in their own ways. Obviously, the Vive has the full room tracking, and Rift has like connects to the same thing as long as you buy the extra camera. But the one thing that Rift has, like PSVR has, is the exclusives.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rift exclusives are absolutely amazing, and we don't get them.
Yeah.
And I don't think Vive. Like, is there Vive exclusives besides like that Portal or that text that thing called that room where you get the Portal app? I can't remember.
Oasis.
There's next to no Vive exclusives.
They do have some, but they're not that like big. They're like some indie developers here and there, but nothing too memorable that you're gonna remember. You know, nothing too huge, like nothing AAA. You know, like a good quality. Oh, that's you. I'm sorry.
You shoot me? You just shot me?
I know. I'm sorry, bro.
I didn't know we could shoot each other. I gotta make sure I watch out for that.
Yeah, I was like blue on blue, bro. This is what happens when you're like in this blizzard of snow.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, can't talk. Yeah, if I was gonna buy a PC headset now, I'd probably stick with the Rift. One, because it's a cheaper price, and because of the exclusives. And I've heard some people say that the Rift is just a smoother experience.
Yeah, but here's the downside. You know, I still believe that PlayStation VR, it's a better choice, because you gotta remember, the Rift, you still have to pay $400, and you still gotta have a really good PC for like $1,200. So it's still more expensive.
Look, I think if you have the money to buy a Rift and a new PC, then sure, go crazy.
Absolutely.
I mean, you're getting a more. It's hard to. I don't want to shit on PSVR because there's some amazing stuff in PSVR. But you're getting a better VR setup, I guess, is the best way to say. I can't even. How do I see these guys?
Dirty Sprite, that's the friend of mine. He's got another YouTube channel called the VR Grid. My moderator, Dirty Sprite, D-U-R-T-Y Sprite. He's my moderator. He says hi, and I'm just introducing him to your live stream.
Thanks, man. Yeah, no, I said VR Grid. I love PSVR. But yeah, like with PSVR, I mean, the best selling point it's still priced, even though the other headsets have come down. Unless you already have if you already have a gaming PC that can run run VR, then I mean, you're not going to hate the Vive or Rift. There's no way.
Absolutely.
But if you already have a PS4 or are trying to get in VR fresh, PS4 is still the cheapest way to get into the AAA VR titles that are out there.
I mean, think about it. For $250, if you buy PlayStation VR for $250, and you get a PlayStation 4 Pro for $400, that's going to cost you about $700. It's not bad.
Please, I gotta do that here. Please.
Yeah. Hold on.
I can't find my buttons here.
Oh my god.
I'm getting lit up. This storm is stupid. Who picked this level?
I don't know. The blizzard. This is like that movie, The Thing.
This is crazy. You can't see anything. I'm down, by the way, but way back up the hill.
One of my subscribers is asking me how come I'm not checking Call of Duty 4 beta. Here's the thing, I just didn't get a chance to do it, honestly. I've been so busy, you know, working my main job and then doing this. I just didn't have enough time, honestly. You know, one thing I try to explain to my subscribers is trying to find the time to do all of these things and all of these requests. I just don't have that time. I just don't have that time to squeeze it in, you know. But I'll definitely check it out tomorrow when I get a chance and look it up. People have been asking me about the Battlefield 1 as well, like how come I haven't checked the Battlefield new Xbox One X enhanced thing. The thing is, I would love to check it, but I just gotta find the time to do it. You know, as soon as I find the time to do it, I'll definitely check it, you know.
Yeah, and my answer is I don't play not VR, so.
Yeah.
Same thing as you, though. I mean,
yeah.
It's time, man. Time. There's not enough time in the day to get there, especially when you're covering. I mean, it's
crazy.
different if you're just gaming. If you're just a gamer, then you play more time. But you're actually trying to cover stuff, though. It's tough,
it's
man.
Tough,
like, you know, like I'm assuming you don't do this for your job, right? This is not your job.
This is like something
right?
I do on the side. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's most of us, man. Most of us, this is a side thing, man. Like, most of us aren't making any money off this. This is just passion and love, and we have day jobs, families, lives, work.
Yeah.
Like, it's you know, most of us try to find the time when we can to put out what we can. But, you know, if this was my job, man, I'd be on here all hours of the day playing games for everybody I could. But
absolutely. But you know what? The reason we're doing this and the reason I joined the VR grid, it's because I feel passionate about PlayStation VR, and lately I have seen a lot of people kind of giving negative, not all of them, but there's certain, you know, how should I put this, certain groups out there, they're giving some negative feed on the PlayStation VR, and I'm like, well, you can always purchase it. It's $200, you can get it for $250, purchase the PlayStation VR, give it a try, and then in 14 days, if you don't like it, you can always return it. But I think if you spend a lot of time with the PlayStation VR, I think you're going to enjoy it.
no, absolutely. I mean, you know, it's the one thing holding. You know, I'd say whoever puts on a VR headset's going to love it almost instantly.
Oh,
the only exception to that would be sickness. If you get
motion
sick in VR,
sickness.
I definitely see that being trouble. But other than that, and like I said, you can get around some sickness. That's not like a set in stone thing. It just takes time and.
Oh, absolutely. And even for those of you who are watching this video, us live streaming. Oh, I got killed.
Oh, at least that's right beside me. I can handle that.
Thank you. If you never tried PlayStation VR, I always tell people, if you never tried it, you cannot judge it by watching videos on YouTube. I keep telling people, there's no way to describe it unless you actually experience it, you know. That's the only way I can actually describe it, is you have to try it. You have to put the VR headset on to know what it's like.
Well, I was even just telling a guy earlier, if you don't know about VR, you're super like wary about it, go out to any store sells those ghetto cardboard headsets. Go buy like a $20 headset for your phone, and go find some YouTube videos, some 3D YouTube videos of guys playing games, and just watch. And
absolutely.
That's what it looks like. You can find guys who've been playing Doom or Whiteout, and if you can find a solid 3D audio, there's a guy who runs PSVR Life, Janthal. He actually has a channel where he's making 3D videos of gameplay footage. You can see what Wipeout looks like in VR just using your phone. I mean, you can't play it, but you can see what it looks like. And I'm telling you guys, when you see it in 3D, it's absolutely amazing.
But still, I always tell people, go to your friend's house, find somebody who has a VR headset, put it on, try it out, man. Especially with the same controller. You know, and another thing I want to talk about, and I don't think we covered this enough on our previous stream, it's this new game called Firewall Zero. And I really hope that Firewall Zero, I hope it's successful, because that will be the first PlayStation like first introduction into a really good team-based squad online multiplayer experience with the aim gun and the PlayStation VR headset. And I think that'll be a huge, how would I put this? A huge accolade for the PlayStation and the VR if it's successful.
No, totally. Like, and you said team-based squad. It's also it's versus. It's five
Yeah.
on 5. I said 4-on-4 last time we talked. It's 5-on-5, so that's even better.
Yeah. Well, actually, what I wanted to say to my subscribers, to Andre and everybody else, by the way, thank you for joining in. The reason we're doing this and the reason I spoke to the VR grid, it's because I felt there's a lot of misleading nonsense that's put out there, almost like a campaign against PlayStation VR. You know what's funny? I was at the Best Buy store the other day. I couldn't find the PlayStation VR. They were all sold out. They were all sold out. They were selling out. And that's the good news. I'm thinking to myself, well, that's great. Because people are starting to realize you can't judge something through YouTube video. And this is what I try to tell to all my subscribers. Even when I do my 4K videos, when I do my 4K television picture settings, I keep telling people you cannot judge that television looking at through a YouTube video. I'm giving you the picture settings so you can use it for your television, but you cannot see what I'm exactly seeing through a low-end camera lens. You know, it's just same thing goes for the VR. You really have to put this VR headset on to know what it's like, to know what it feels like. It's like a car. Here's a good example. Here's a good analogy. If you've never driven a car, let's say hypothetically you've never driven a car, and I show you a video of somebody with a GoPro camera driving a car. Guess what? You don't know what it's like because you're not inside the car driving it. So it's the same thing with the PlayStation VR. You have to be inside that car to drive it. Same thing with the PlayStation VR. You have to put that PlayStation VR headset on your head to know what it's like. You know.
Oh my God.
So that's how I feel.
Where are you at right now?
I'm right behind you over here.
Oh.
Hold on. I'm coming to you. I just
No
learned
worries, no worries.
I just learned how to run. Where are you at?
I went all the way down the path there. I was down that cliffside path. Okay.
I totally forgot. I totally forgot how we turn. Oh, I got it. Like
I said, I just used the. I'm not sure if you have different settings. Like mine's just free motion, so.
Oh, mine's not free motion. I gotta fix that.
Ooh, I almost walked off a cliff.
I know. We do.
Man, this looks so good.
You know what? I would like to see a game called The Cliffhanger based on a movie in a VR. That'd be great, man.
Based on the movie.
The Cliffhanger. You know what?
I get Stallone in there.
Yeah. Yo, Adrian, come on. Let's climb this mountain over here. I don't know. I still like that movie, man. I still watch it. Oh, the shotgun.
Well,
now we talk.
Cliffhanger's not bad, man. Here, I'll meet you seconds here, kiddo.
Yeah.
What do you need?
It's a guilty pleasure movie. I love it, man.
Type in, the deep end.
Sorry, guys. Here, my daughter needs a little assistance.
Take your time.
She's being wonderful and being very quiet, so I gotta help her out here while we do this stream.
Not a problem. We can wait.
All right, I'm back.
Oh my God! What happened to your arm?
Yeah, no, that's it's funny they never really tried to fix this. And actually, speaking of this, let's see if we more to be on point with Farpoint.
Yeah.
Like I said, they released the last time we heard of from the devs really was the release of the Versus patch, which was I think was last, I want to say November. And since then, Impulse Gear has gone completely silent. And when E3 was rolling around, one of my predictions was that they were going to announce Farpoint 2. I thought for sure they were hunkered down and they were going to be like surprise, and still nothing. And I've been seeing people on Reddit too who are like, "What's going on with these guys?" I mean, there's no way in the world Farpoint wasn't a success. Farpoint had to have been a success.
Absolutely.
But we have no idea what they're working on. And
Maybe
they made still one of the best VR games of all time so far, really. It's crazy that they haven't followed up with any kind of announcements or press or anything.
I'm pretty sure they're like probably working on something, but it's still hush hush. Sony probably told them, listen, we can't talk about this. That's probably what I'm guessing.
I mean, you're probably right. The only reason I could see would be because they didn't have anything to say up until now, and they don't want anything to take away from the firewall hype.
Probably. They don't want to inflate anything from the firewall. So,
but that's assuming they have something out there. I mean, like I said, they've been so silent, I'm going to die.
Maybe...
They've been so quiet, it's almost eerie.
Maybe they're working on... Maybe a PlayStation VR 2 headset. Maybe they get something in the works for that. I mean, that's a possibility.
I don't doubt Sony's like definitely working on that, but I think it's still we're way too early for that still.
Yeah.
And technology is changing so fast that anything they plan now, it's too early.
What I would do... Here's what I think. I think they're testing the Firewall Zero first to see how well the multiplayer is going to work on the Firewall Zero. And if the Firewall Zero is successful, I think then we might see Farpoint jump into the multiplayer bandwagon. Like 8 versus 8 or something like that, or, you know.
Well, what people don't realize, too, is that VR is way more hard on console. It takes a lot more effort or resources to just run VR. I mean, there's now 2 screens in your headset to give you that 3D vision. And these are also smaller devs who don't have, you know, the EA money or the EA money or like the Ubisoft money. I mean, and obviously they've released still small VR games, but no one's putting in millions and millions of dollars into a VR game yet because it's just the return's not there. So we're getting smaller experiences. But that said, you're saying it's testing out Firewall. A shout out to Honor and Duty. They released their first VR game that had, I believe, 6-on-6 versus. It was super indie. It wasn't very polished, but it worked. It took a few patches, but they got it to work. But the devs said there was a lot, and they had ported that game from flat. So they're making Honor and Duty 2, which is being built for the VR exclusively. And they've been testing servers for playing with 32 players in VR.
But that's good news.
Yeah, and they're optimistic they can get it going. Like, so the visuals aren't hyper real; they're a lot more cartoonish. But if they can get like 32 players in VR and it's a competent shooter, I'll take the visual hit to play with 32 other guys or 31 other guys, I guess.
Absolutely. You know, so, the whole thing about the VR is the fun experience. You know. It's about having that fun experience, and I think that fun experience is going to translate really good on the multiplayer. I mean, imagine playing for example, Battlefield 1 or Call of Duty in VR like this. I mean, just imagine how much fun that would be.
Well, I'm down.
Well, the motion
in the pits. Oh, you're right there.
Oh,
sweet.
I got it. Here, let me revive him. One of my subscribers, you know, he said, like, for some people, the motion sickness could be an issue, and I can see that being an issue. But again, PlayStation VR, it's not for everyone, you know.
No, like I say, if you get motion sickness, but you are curious about VR, I mean, you can find VR stuff. Heck, even go to a VR arcade. VR arcades are everywhere. Unless you live in some small, tiny-ass town, you can find a VR arcade and try it out for half an hour. And then, or even still, even if you have the PlayStation, like there are so many games that don't give motion sickness. Games that are cockpit based, like in a car, or something like that. Depending on it's weird because no one person, you can't define motion sickness or sim sickness. Sorry, but it's not a like a blanket statement. One thing that makes someone sick won't make anybody else sick. And so it really is it's user dependent. So if you are worried about motion sickness, like try it out. Like find a friend. Even like I said, cardboard headsets they're a good introduction, cheap introduction, but they don't give you that full experience. Like I said, when I move my head and swing my arms on the PlayStation and move my head back, that tracks that. The other mobile headsets don't for the most part. So there is a sacrifice there. But if you're worried about motion sickness, like I said, hit up a VR arcade. VR arcades are loaded with damn near every PC game you can imagine, and try it out. Spend $20 for half an hour, or $30 for half an hour, and then see if it makes you sick. If it makes you sick, then you know. But even still, you can train your brain to not be motion sick. That's something you can learn to do. Once your brain knows what it's looking at, it kind of decipher the screens in front of its face. Motion sickness isn't permanent. It does go away. It's called getting your VR leg. Everyone says it's getting your VR legs. And that's what it is, man. I mean, I luckily have experienced next to no motion sickness, and even when I do, I just laugh, because if my brain thinks whatever I'm looking at is real and I get to out some spins, I love that. I love getting the spins in VR. It never happens to me anymore, and barely did at the beginning. But you can train your brain, man, and what might spin you up early on now, you know, you start off like 10 minutes in the game, and then next day 15 minutes in the game, next day 20 minutes in the game. But you can train your brain to get to not be motion sick. Oh, damn,
I got
it.
I think
my gun was empty.
I think it's like, it has to do with you adapting to it. You know, you have to adapt to it like anything else. I always tell people, even when I used to roll in the gym, jiu-jitsu, when I used to do jiu-jitsu with my sparring partners, you know, it's uncomfortable getting slammed onto the floor, onto the mat, but you get used to it. You know, you train your brain to adapt to that, you know, stress, especially when somebody's putting a chokehold. You know, you trying to, what's the best analogy? Maybe jiu-jitsu is not the best analogy, but I'm trying to use, like, whatever your phobia is, whatever it is that you have a fear, or whatever it is that you get a sickness from, the best way to handle that is to adapt to it, get comfortable with it. You know, the idea is for you to adapt to uncomfortable, and then your mind will do the rest and will adapt to that uncomfortableness, and then you will feel much better aligned to that uncomfortableness, whatever uncomfort you have.
Yeah, no, it's just training. I mean, you can train to be a better swimmer. You can train to be a better fighter. You can train to be in VR.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, God,
we're getting killed, and I don't have any ammo.
Well, one of us is getting killed.
I know, I'm killed. I'm done already.
Yeah, I gotta take out some of these guys here. There's too many guys I can't rescue you.
I know.
I really don't want to die right now. We're
Nah, don't worry, man. I'm just gonna chill here. I'm gonna have a couple of drinks here. I'm gonna chill. Put a camp.
Ooh, run away, run!
Oh, there you are.
So yeah, for anyone watching my stream, I guess I haven't said in a while, but I'm playing with Mr. 4K Upscaler.
Thank you.
And you just heard him rant about VR and stuff, so you can find his channel. He focuses a lot on, like I said, 4K content, and I mean, he can describe it better than I can.
Hi, yeah, I'm focused on the 4K televisions. What I do basically, I review the 4K televisions, and I try to give you guys the best advice on what type of 4K TVs to go with, and what type of technology these televisions have. And also, I do picture settings on the televisions and the games. I try to give you guys my recipe on what I think would be a good picture setting that you can use for your 4K television, your 4K entertainment. I know there's calibrations. I know that you can hire somebody who's a professional calibrator to do your calibrations for you, but that'll cost you money. You know, you're gonna have to spend like what, $400, $700 for somebody to calibrate your TV, and maybe you're not gonna like that calibration that much for some guy coming into your house calibrating. So that's in a nutshell what I usually do on my channel. You know, you guys can check me out. I got over, well, you're not gonna believe it, over 3,000 videos on my YouTube channel in course of 2 years. Even I can't believe that I was able to pull that many videos. I know, it's crazy. I was like, it's like, was this the same guy? I was looking at my videos like, can this be the same dude? Like the same guy that made 3,000 videos? I was like, how is this impossible in such a short period of time? But I did it, you know, I was determined, and one thing led to another, and the rest is history.
Site is just ahead.
Okay, how do I fire a rocket here?
I need to find the machine gun, man. This shotgun, it's not doing me nothing. Oh, here we go.
I got rockets.
Oh,
I
here
got rockets. I got 2 rockets. All right.
Now, one thing we should point out, and I think this is obvious, and I don't want people to think that we're like some, hardcore PlayStation VR fans. The VR, it's still in the first stages. It's like in the first evolving stages, and of course, it's not a perfect, device by all stretch of imagination. But I believe that this is going to be fixed. This is going to evolve over a period of time. And I think 10 years from now, we'll see a much, much more immersive virtual reality. And I think,
like I said, I refer to it, this is Gen 1 VR, man. And I mean, I know that's not technically true. VR's been around for like 30 plus years. But this is Gen 1. This is console. This is VR in your home, and it's absolutely amazing. This is the stuff. Since I was a kid, I've been waiting for this kind of experience, and now that I have it, I couldn't be more happy, and I can't wait for it to become the monster it's going to be, because it's unparalleled, boys and girls. It's unparalleled. Oh, damn it!
Oh my God, where are you? Oh, shit!
Yeah, I backed off. No, I'm still alive.
That's good.
That's right, Shug. Virtual Boy for life.
I mean, it's like any technology, it takes time to evolve. But the only way it evolves is if you give it a chance. They're not gonna... Look what happened to 3D. And it's kind of sad what happened to 3D, because I still enjoyed my 3D movies and whatnot. But the problem is, people jumped out of that bandwagon for 3D, and what happened is, well, they're not supporting it anymore. So it's up to us. If we buy these PlayStation VR headsets, or if we demand more of VR, they're gonna continue to evolve it. It's like any other technology.
Yeah, no, I mean 3D is not quite the same thing. I mean 3D is awesome in theater. I think the problem is 3D at home. It just doesn't have that same appeal. I mean, it's good. I'm not saying it's not good, because 3D is still great, but not having that giant screen. Basically, I'm dead. Did you die?
I'm right here. Hold on, I'm coming to save
okay,
you.
Hold on. I don't even know what nuked me, so careful. It might be a sniper or something.
I got him. Hold on.
But yeah, what I was gonna say is the funny thing is like 3D was kind of the pre. Oh, there's a sniper behind you.
Oh,
left.
Shit! Damn it!
Yeah, we made fire too. It's versus time, man. We gotta do versus now.
Let's do it, man. Let's do versus.
Assault rifle level up.
Let's see what 3D was though. What 3D was kind of even was a precursor to VR. People want that depth, that sense that you're there and you can see that depth. And now, not only do you get that not on a little screen in front of your face, it's all around you. Like this little VR headset puts that 3D all around you.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been chasing that since 3D was a term used for media.
It's interesting. Somebody asked Steven Spielberg, does he think that the VR in the movies gonna be the next thing? And he says, here's the problem with the movies in the VR, because then it's not gonna be the same experience. Like me as a director, I have to point you out to what I'm trying to show you in the movie. Now, if you're looking around and focusing on something else, and you're not focusing on the character that's talking, or you're focusing on the movie itself, then it's not going to be the same experience. So I don't think VR in the movie is going to work that well. And I agree with Spielberg on that one, though. It's still far off, Yeah, it would be almost impossible. Yeah. Hold on. Oh, you here?
I invited you to the versus match.
Hold on, let me go and join you in. Let me jump in right now. Hold on.
I'm actually...
Not a problem. Go ahead. You're 3 hours difference, right? Or 2 hours difference, mountain time. Here we go. Done. Yeah, but I feel the same way. I just don't know. It would be cool, Don't get me wrong. Hey, Joseph Burrow, how you doing? Welcome to our live stream. But I just don't see how you can, how filmmakers can do it unless it's focused only on the camera, and you can only have a limited viewing angle, maybe like that, and you're still focusing on a camera or something like that. I don't know. But it would be weird. I don't know. It would be kind of strange, in my opinion.
I mean, they've done some. You're still talking about VR movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hulu did one. It came out a while ago. It wasn't really. It was a 360 video. It was kind of like a choose your own adventure. So basically, you were like the main character, and people around you like just talked to you, but you couldn't move around or anything, obviously. And I heard it was all right, but it was kind of a little bit janky.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the only way VR would work. I think would be like a first person for movies.
Yeah.
Having it, I don't know. I don't know. I shouldn't say that. Who knows what they'll come up with? But either way, yeah, it's still way too early for VR movies. But people are doing some stuff. It's kind of cool.
I think if anybody will do it, I'm guessing probably James Cameron will be the first one to jump into that. Like Hardcore Henry, someone just mentioned Hardcore Henry. I think movie like that, I can definitely see VR being implemented.
I don't get sick in VR. I guarantee you, if Hardcore Henry was in VR, I'd probably throw up all over the place.
I can see Jurassic Park in VR being a big giant hit, but I don't know how they can do it.
Oh.
You know, that would be tough to do, but it would definitely be an experience to be inside a movie with the VR with Jurassic World or Jurassic Park. That would be kind of like weird. I'm sure it will happen, but when that's going to happen, we don't know. Maybe 20 years from now, 25, but it'll definitely happen.
Round starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, you got my rifle.
What's happening now? It's it's just indie. You're not getting obviously big budget stuff, but if you're curious about.
Oh no! I got killed.
So what you can do here is there's these little spawn points. Where if you stand on them, you basically spawn AI enemies to help you. See? Now I got spiders coming after you. So that's kind of how they got around the having only 1 versus 1. Is that basically you can spawn allies.
I see. Well, it's fun, man. Oh, there you are. I need to find a good hiding spot. Oh no! Oh shit! Hold on. Let me change a weapon over here. I gotta get some. Oh, here we go. A shotgun will do it.
But like I said, this is only 1v1, but this is a full versus shooter in VR.
And I'm glad that we are doing this, because this will show people just what's going to be possible in the future. Uh-oh. Oh, he's right behind me.
Oh, I missed.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
You got killed by the sniper. See, so I was really hoping they'd figure out a way to do 2v2. I thought for sure after they released this, because this patch came out of nowhere. No one really saw this coming, and I thought for sure they'd kind of like keep tweaking it and maybe do a 2v2, because 2v2 would be amazing. But they, like I said, they've gone silent, man. They just haven't.
Someone just
Chughead. Oh, there you go.
Someone just mentioned the Facebook Messenger VR. Yeah, I think that's already available. I think that they already got that in the Oculus Go. They already have that.
Red player is halfway to goal.
But the Oculus Go, it's still, it's not like a full VR experience. It's only like a limited experience.
It depends what you're looking for. I mean, Go,
yeah.
I mean, it's all tiers, right? I mean, like Oculus Go, it's $200.
Yeah.
And there are some amazing games for it, but it has shortcomings. It's not. It doesn't have that full room tracking, and it doesn't have the power back in console. So while there are some great experiences on there, it's still limited just in what you can put on there.
Exactly.
5 minutes remaining.
And if you're already going to spend $200, you might as well go ahead and get yourself a PlayStation VR.
Yeah,
And
if you already have a if you have a PS4, whether it's OG PS4 or PS4 Pro, and you're thinking about VR, do yourself a favor and just spend the extra money on PSVR. I mean, there is amazing stuff in here. My mind hasn't been blown. In this many times, like since I was a kid, man.
The
Like,
player is close to winning.
I remember the first time I put on my headset. The very first time I put on my headset, it was my Gear VR headset. So let's, there is amazing stuff there, and it was the I just found a movie for it was a VR tie-in for the Divergence or Insurgents, whatever that movie's called. There's like 3 of them. Doesn't matter. The point is, I started this thing up, and all of a sudden it starts up, and I'm in a spaceship, and I'm watching 2 lead actors like having a conversation in VR, and I was blown away. And like, it's once you go VR, man, you can't go back. It's holy shit.
That's true, And if you're gonna, like you said, if you're gonna spend that $200 and you already have PlayStation 4, you might as well go with the PlayStation VR for an extra $100. It comes bundled with the Skyrim and the Move controllers and the headset and everything. It's no brainer, honestly. PlayStation VR is the way to go. It's a good entry level.
No, for sure. Like, this is, like I said, this is entry level VR, but full VR. This isn't.
Yeah.
Entry level for me, like I said, is cardboard, Gear VR, that kind of thing. If
6 degrees of separation.
Phone,
Yeah.
Go buy a Gear VR headset. I mean, that's better than cardboard. It's way more organized. You get. There's still tons of stuff out there. There's some premium stuff out there. Like a lot of games. I shouldn't say a lot, but a few games that are on PSVR. End Space, Gunjack. A few more as well. They are available on the Gear VR, and there are console experiences available for that headset. But I mean, there's way more console experiences available for the PSVR headset.
No, absolutely, though. I mean, there's no question about that. Here we go. Ready.
Round starts in 5.
Oh, same. I thought we'd switch maps.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, it's okay.
Uh-oh. Here I come. Watch out. Oh no! Damn it, the shotgun's more powerful. The shotty's more powerful.
Oh yeah, if you're close, man, if you're close, shotgun is murder in this game.
Oh yeah.
Insufficient resource.
Uh-oh. This time I got killed by the critters. Oh no, you killed me.
No, that was me.
Oh shit.
Oh sweet, I got rockets? I got a rocket.
Now I'm screwed. Now I gotta hide, dude. I gotta find a hiding spot here.
Oh, I'm getting lit up. Oh, you can take fall damage. Don't fall too hard. Alright.
Where you at? Where you at? Hold on. Oh my goodness. No, oh my goodness. Shit.
See how this works, I think. Oh, they're fighting. That's awesome. Haha, the spiders are fighting. Your spiders and my spiders are fighting.
You know, the
I've
one
never seen
thing.
that.
Oh, there it is. Here we go. Somebody asked, "What's
yeah,
up
Will
with?"
just brings back a lot of memories too.
Somebody.
Oh, yeah, sorry, Will was just.
No, somebody asked, "What's up with these spiders?" I was like, "Well, they're part of the game."
Yeah, for those of you that are just joining in here, so Farpoint is only 1 versus 1 right now in VR.
Yeah.
So how the devs got around making it just, 2 guys in a map just trying to find each other, is you find these spawn points. And these spawn points that you spawn certain enemy types which then basically work for you. So then once I spawn it, they will then seek out you and then kill you. So Mr. 4K is now my guy's target. So they're slowly making their way towards him, and they will kill him.
I'm getting upscaled by the spiders while I was changing my headphones. No, I'm good. I'm good.
Alright, where are we?
Oh, there we are. Oh.
Oh, shoot.
Five minutes remaining.
Playing something like this,
Downscaled, yeah.
Squad
That's
based
true.
and team based, it'd be absolutely amazing, man. Especially with the aims. My spider's letting you up.
I know. Oh shit. Oh no. Hold on a second. I gotta adjust my degrees of freedom here because it's a little bit screwed up.
No problem.
It's a little bit offset. I gotta check it out. Let me see. You know.
Man, this looks good. I can't believe how good this game looks. I kind of forgot how good this game looks. Like, just looking at the backgrounds and stuff.
Yeah.
Man, this is it's amazing looking.
Close to winning.
I mean, I think one of the best graphics on the next to the Resident Evil. I would say this is definitely out there.
No, they did really good work. They did some really good work on this.
You know, I forgot, how do you turn the how do you turn like really fast, like to turn like left and right?
You can set your sensitivity. Let's see if I can help you out here. I'm not sure if can you do it in here. Comfort. If you go to comfort.
Game over.
Oh, you got to go to comfort.
Have lost the match.
Yeah, smooth turning, turn speed.
Ah,
It's all there.
let me see. Oh, the comfort. That's what it is. Well, that's why. Now,
Yeah, they
one-
kind of hide the options through a bunch of menus.
yeah. Well, the one thing I also got to say with the VR is, you know, you got to have everything set up. You got to have a space ready. You got to get everything positioned. So it's not just simply you putting the VR headset on. You have to properly calibrate it. You have to properly arrange everything. If you do all that, if you properly calibrate your VR headset, then it's going to be a much, much better experience, obviously.
I think a good way to describe that, because it does sound like headachy when you say like you have to like just put your heads, you know, you have to mount the camera properly and then you got to adjust your headset properly. It's personalizing it. This is every headset is a personalized experience for the user.
Yeah.
So and to maximize that personal experience, you got to set things up. Like you can, you know, people that aren't aware, there's like IPD settings. So actually, if you go to your PlayStation VR settings, it actually measures the distance of your eyes and adjusts the focal point. So if things look a bit blurry to you, there are settings there to customize it specifically for your vision and vision type.
And it's true. The way I'm playing it, I'm standing up. Actually, I just find it better standing up to me personally. You know.
I would if I wasn't standing all day. So right now I'm playing sitting. And once again, too, most games can be played sitting or standing. Very few games require only standing. There are exceptions though, like Sprint Vector's one that I find way better standing. What's that? Knockout League, the boxing game.
Yeah.
You cannot play that sitting. I
No
tried
way,
just
no way.
just for fun's sake, and that's the most physical game on this. Like you are full on boxing in VR, and it's arcade boxing like Punch Out, but it's the most physically demanding VR game I have ever played, and yeah, I love it. I need to get back into it actually because I'm getting a bit heavy.
You know, the one thing that I always forgot to mention to the people is if you are out of sync or if you are not in with your camera, there's this button you can click on your controller called the option button. You just press that option button and it was going to reset it to your original position. if you are like out of place, you know.
Round starts in 5.
This is for those of you who like never tried the VR and PlayStation VR, so that option is always there for you to reset your calibration on your sensor.
Right, and like I said, that's more the limits of the PlayStation tech. PlayStation decided to use like an external camera to track you, the old PS camera, as a matter of fact. So because of that, it basically tracks sensors and lights on your PlayStation. So all your remote controllers they all put out lights. Even the DS4 has a light that it can track. So it's not like full on. Whereas Vive can track like room. Did I just die? Oh, I teleported. No, what the hell just happened?
I don't know.
So PlayStation can only track what it sees in front of you. So because of that, there are options to reset your position and whatnot. Just because it does lose track sometimes, but for the most part, once you have a good setup, very rarely does it lose track to you, and only on games where you move to now. Really, I mean, a lot of more games now actually have grids that show your like Farpoint actually does. If I hold on, but I'm gonna stand up here, guys. If I go there, you go. You guys can see the feed. If I go too far to the right or left, that grid pops up and shows me the trackable area of the PlayStation. So actually, I'm playing close, but it can track back pretty far.
Let me ask you this: what do you use for your headphones? Do you prefer the earbuds, or do you prefer like let's say Sennheisers or something like that?
Oh yeah, no, I prefer the big over-the-ear. That's what I use all the time. It blocks out blocks out most outside sound. If someone were to come up to me and murder me, I'd never hear it coming.
It's true.
And I love it. I mean, like I said, headphones in VR. You need to wear headphones in VR. It's not the same thing if you're not wearing them, because you need to have that. You know, you're putting the screen around you. You are now putting yourself in this world. You need to match that sound and put you in that world with sound as well. That sounds awful, but that's you know what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. It's true. I mean, I feel the same way. I have my Sennheisers, and I have them on, and Sennheisers seem to do the job for me.
No, I think I got Sennheiser. Let's check it out. No, I'm Sound Blaster. I got Sound Blasters.
Oh my god, that's sick, dude.
I bought them for a PC headset when I was going to play Battlefield 4 online. So I bought a decent headset with a mic, and then I played Battlefield 4 for a couple weeks, and then never bothered with it again. So I've
especially
had these
the sound
sick headphones for a while.
Especially Sound Blaster, man. Those are like 3-positional, like very immersive 7.1 or something like that headsets.
No, yeah, I love these things, man. I'm so glad I have these. And I finally bought them for.
You know, that's the thing about a Sound Blaster. I used to. Oh, there you are. I used to always use Sound Blaster as my audio card for my PC. You know, but I don't hear.
For the longest time, they were your only option.
Yeah, but what happened to them? Like they weren't like they're not.
Tell you.
They're not as big as they used to be. You know, but it's kind of interesting. I would like to see him come back.
When I get out of, like I said, like my PC gaming goes in waves. So I get a new PC that can play everything, and then I get back into PC gaming, and I'm all up on all the information and technology, and then my PC gets old, and I can't run anything anymore. So I stop caring because I can't run it, and then I become completely uninformed, and then I don't know anything about PC side of stuff, and then all of a sudden I get a new PC and I'm back in there again. It's the same with like TVs and stuff. Like I said, you know way more than I would. I haven't bought a TV in 5 years, more than 5 years. I still have my my Sharp Aquos. It's a nice TV. I spent like $2,500 on it, but ages ago now.
And what is it? 1080p? What do you have on there? Like 1080p?
1080p.
Oh, you got to upgrade, man. You got to upgrade. You got to step up to 4K.
See, the problem. You're absolutely right. The problem is I I consume most of my media in VR.
There you
So
go.
it kind of makes it like a really expensive purchase that I'm not going to use. And not to say I wouldn't use. I mean, I was just watching Avengers Infinity War yesterday, and I would love to watch that in 4K. There's no question about that. But
I think the
it's just
one
money, man. Like right now.
Yeah.
Oh no, you go.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
You go.
I think the one thing you will appreciate about 4K, it's not just that resolution that's going to give you that clarity, obviously, but it's really that HDR. I think one of the biggest accolades is the high dynamic range, but also depends. That's why I keep telling people when it comes to the 4K televisions and high dynamic range formats, it really depends on what type of television you have. There's all sorts of different technology built inside these panels, and people have so many different choices out there. And if you buy a okay mediocre 4K HDR TV, well, the thing is, you're gonna be disappointed. You're gonna say, well, what's going on here? Like, I'm not getting this picture quality that I was promised. So it really depends on the TV that you buy. And that's what I try to do on my channel. I'm trying to help people out, give them good advices on what type of TVs they should go with. You know, because HDR is great, 4K is great, but it depends on the TV that you have. Really. Oh no! Oh no! That's it, bro. So now, Shotty, we got a Shotty here. My first upscale.
Yeah, no. The second this TV goes, I'll be getting a pretty sick TV. I've learned to spend the money, man. If you're gonna buy, this is a general rule of thumb for any tech: is the more you spend, the longer it's gonna last, and just the better it is, man. Like you can't chintz out on stuff. If you want like high quality television, you gotta spend the money. Looking for deals, like I said, a 4K TV without HDR, you know, like what is that? You lose so much versus if you had HDR. So
of course. Well, the one thing is, you know, sure, the more expensive TV it is going to have much better technology. But even with those TVs, you know, you kind of have to be careful. You have to do your research because some of them, they offer this more or less the same thing, but a little bit better depending on technology they have.
Red player is halfway to
So
goal.
what I would recommend if you want a really good TV right now, for 2700, for 2600, 65-inch, I would say Q8F from Samsung. It's just unbelievable, man. That TV, that TV. Sorry, I just upscaled you. that TV, it has an amazing contrast ratio, an amazing color gamut inside of it, color ratio. And the peak brightness on that TV is just unbelievable. But, you know, I'll even check some of my videos. I'll actually, if you want to, I can give you some recommendations. If you, are looking to buy a new TV, I can give you some good recommendations.
No, for me, no. But that being said, anyone listening, check out Mr. 4K's channel, I guess, because he'll have your answers. At the very least, he'll have your answers and answer a whole bunch of your questions.
Especially if you guys join me on my Q&A, which I'm gonna have on Sunday. I always do this. I started doing Q&A, questions and answers, and I think that's the best way for me to answer all the questions regarding the 4K and technology behind 4K. You know, there's other people out there that they're just putting the technical jogger and putting that technical display, and people usually get confused. Like if I start talking about chroma upsampling, why CBCR, why C422, and all this other stuff, people will get confused. So what I try to do, well, that's the problem. What I try to do is I try to explain it to people in basic terms. You know, like a regular Mary, regular Joe, I can understand. And that's what I try to do. And a lot of people out there who do have these YouTube channels, and I'm not going to pick on anybody, but they do have almost like this clickbait mentality where they are... Yeah. We're going to try not to talk about... my moderator just reminded me we shouldn't be talking about the TVs. That's it. I deserve that one. We shouldn't be talking about the TVs on a PlayStation VR stream. I agree.
That's okay. We're just rambling, and everyone who has a PSVR, I'm pretty sure 99% of them have a TV, and you know.
Yeah.
It's fine. We're just rambling. It's all good. Hey, look, a rainbow.
Oh my goodness! There you are. No, that was a good camouflage right there. I thought it was you, but actually it wasn't you. Oh my God,
Where
the sniper!
hell are you?
I'm gonna go to the rainbow and hide from the snipers.
After this game, I'm gonna duck out though.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I saw that. You didn't see that coming.
Man, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy to go back to these classic VR games. I really hope they do Farpoint 2.
I'm pretty sure they will.
I mean, you hope so. They ended the first one on a pretty big cliffhanger, so you think they would.
I don't see any reason why they wouldn't, honestly. Oh my God, these snipers here are ruthless. Lord. Lord have mercy.
You gotta take him out, man. You gotta kill him.
Hold on. Oh my God.
I can just sit back and watch you die.
No. That's what happened when you only have a shotgun. Here we go.
What's this guy doing?
Who?
One of my blue guys is just sitting there staring at me.
Oh my God.
You gotta take him out, man. If you hit the triangle button, that switches your guns.
I got it. You can actually change the gun if you move your aim controller up. Yes, you can have a sniper, actually. Maybe that's what I should choose. Here we go. Oh my God. I gotta get a sniper.
You can take him out with your rifle.
5 minutes.
Your rifle's got a pretty decent little scope on there.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go with a sniper.
Oh man, I want this.
Hold on a second. Why I don't have
a mech?
No.
You know those mechs you drive in the game? You can actually get that for the multiplayer.
I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
I don't have the resources though. I gotta kill you some more. You need more resources, man.
I got him. Finally. Finally. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, nice. Get the other one. Hold on. Oh! Oh, shit. Oh, shit. You got me. I gave away my position, bro. You saw me.
Oh, all the snipers are focused on you? I knew exactly where you were.
Oh, my God. Hold on. I need a mech.
You gotta spawn some of those guys to help you out, man.
I gotta do it. Oh, my God.
Red player is close to winning.
Yeah, it's too bad we couldn't play the campaign, man. I would love to show off the campaign. Oh well.
Well, campaign's pretty cool, man.
Campaign's wild. Like you said, it's Starship Troopers in VR, man. Like you are fighting off aliens and spiders and bugs. Epic boss battle. Farpoint has one of the most epic boss battles in any video game you've ever played in your life. And it's not even the boss. It's like the first boss fight you get is this crazy-ass giant spider.
I know.
You have lost the match.
And it's amazing. In VR, it's amazing. I mean, one of the things I always say is scale in VR is so underutilized. And when you see something giant and it looks giant, it's mind-blowing.
Especially the big spider, you know, the big one that comes out in the middle of the game.
That's what I'm talking about, yeah.
Shotgun level up.
Yeah.
Alright, man, I gotta get out of here. This went on way longer than I intended.
All
It
right.
always does, though, doesn't it?
No, it was great, man. I'm glad we did this, because...
5, 4, 3, 2,
Oh, I didn't mean to restart. That's okay.
1.
Yeah, no, it's been a blast. Thanks for
Absolutely, man.
thanks for coming out and joining me in some more VR conversation. I could talk about this stuff all day. So.
No, absolutely, and I'm glad we did this because I think that PlayStation VR has achieved pretty good status so far, and I think it's gonna evolve. I can only see more success for the PlayStation VR.
No, it'll get bigger. I mean, like I said, hopefully, you know, once Firewall comes out and hopefully gets a lot of love, and then you know, like I said, a Christmas sale. Hopefully, it goes on sale, or at least they promote it a lot more. I mean, a sale isn't really needed. I don't think. I just think they need to really promote it again and showcase. You know, showcase Farpoint, showcase Firewall, showcase. I mean, even stuff like Pixel Rift. It doesn't have to be, you know, even Moss. It doesn't have to be Sony exclusive. Just showcase VR and let people know that your headsets can play all these things, and people will buy it. I mean, the people will come, as they say.
Oh yeah, the more people look into it, the more they try it, it's gonna be the better, you know. And that's how I feel too. You know, if you try it, if you put it on, if you give it some time. The thing with the VR is you really gotta spend time. You gotta put it on. You gotta try it out. The more you try it, the better it's going to be. The better the experience is going to be, you know what I mean?
Alright, yeah, I gotta take off though.
Alright, brother. Alright, man. Listen,
it's been a slice, man. I'll
Absolutely.
talk to you soon.
Alright, brother. Thank
Okay.
you. I appreciate
Later.
it. Alright, have a good one.
You have lost the lead.
Monkey? Alright, I'm done.
Alright, brother. My pleasure.
Spaghetti? You know? Okay, what do you want then?